I'm going to figure out how to plug that in. And now, apparently, we have issues with that. I have a lot of issues. Not only with the projector. All right, here we go. Number 8. All right, so we're solving for y. Now, we don't necessarily always solve for y. It just so happens this worksheet says solve for y. Okay, this solving for different variables or solving for a particular variable comes in handy when we start doing area and surface area or formulas. Maybe not so much in Algebra 2, but surface area doing calculus and down the road. All right, so we're supposed to solve for y. Here, I have a y. Here, I have a y. Now here's my equal sign. I'm going to go ahead and put my dotted line in here because it helps me because I'm a sloppy writer and it organizes things for me. So, just like solving equations with variables on both sides, I have to get that y on the same side of the equation. So I'm going to undo, and it doesn't matter whether I move this over here or this over there. I'm going to be a little different here. I'm going to move this y over here, this y term. So I have capital A times y. So I need to minus, because that's a plus ay. I need to minus an ay from both sides. Okay, now, here's the biggest mistake students make. They're saying, well, 20y minus ay, well, that must be 19y. Or they come up with some other, in other words, they try to combine these. You can't combine these. 20y and ay are unlike terms, so leave them that way. So I have 20y minus ay. Don't forget to bring down the 3. So plus 3 equals, now these add up to 0. And here I have to bring down my minus 7x. With me? Okay, now I want to get just the y terms by themselves. So I'm going to undo the plus 3. I'm going to subtract 3. So I end up with 20y minus the ay equals, and please, this is another huge mistake, unlike terms. There's no x with that. Okay? A lot of students also, when they're subtracting variable terms, they don't even put the x's with this. It gets messy. Be careful. These are unlike terms. There's no x with that 3. So you got to leave them separate. Don't put 4x or negative 10x, or I've seen a whole lot of interesting things there. Now, at least I got my y's on the same side, right? Here's a y and here's a y. But I have them in 2 terms, 2 completely different terms. I need them in 1 term. So I'm going to do what we math teachers like to call undistribute, even though it's really not a technical mathematical operation. We call it that because we're going to, and so, you know, remember if you're doing a distribution, you have parentheses and a number, you multiply to each term. Well, we're actually going to go the opposite way. Okay? In other words, instead of multiplying, to undo the multiplication, I'm going to divide. So I'm actually going to take that y out, and I'm going to divide 20y by y. That gives me 20 minus ay divided by y. Well, that y's cancel, and I get my a. So what this does, it gives me one term. Notice how it kind of did this, the distributive property the other way. Okay. This gave me one term because now this is a number because of the parentheses. I'm multiplying it by another number that's one term. And I'm just going to rewrite what's on the right-hand side. Since I have one term and the mathematical operation is multiplication, guess what I get to do? Divide by the number I don't want, which is 20 minus a. That cancels, but remember, whatever I do to one side, I have to do it to the other. Okay? So my answer here is my y equals all of this mess on the other side. Negative 7x minus 3 divided by 20 minus a. And you can put parentheses there if you want. There's my answer. See, this is not easy. This is not an easy concept. When you have a y with in two terms, two unlike terms, you're going to have to do this undistributed thing. Questions, comments, concerns? Other than you just want to turn the computer off and go to bed. Nope. We're good. Everybody's happy. I got two people that are happy, I can tell. All right, guys. You can leave or just hang around and talk to